Okay, so she runs well. I think I just need to fine tune those restrictors a little bit. Anyway, this is our Xj600 cafe racer. Phil and I picked her up for a grand total of £300. She had a whole range of issues, so let's just talk through everything we've done. First of all, styling. We cut the subframe, we welded a new bit of frame on the back with an integrated LED bar, which was cool. We then fitted some cool indicators as well into the tubes at the back. We put a cafe racer seat on, so it's nice and low. Handling, we changed to some drop bars, as you can see. We got rid of the old dash so we could see over the top, and we put a new front light on as well. That's not handling, but mechanical, we had all sorts of fuel issues. Carbs were leaking in various points. The fuel valve for the tap was leaking. So yeah, that caused all sorts of issues. We found fuel in the sump because it's basically leaking down into the cylinders and then seeping in past the cylinders. So we had all sorts of fuel issues. So we fixed all that, stripped the carbs, rebuilt them, loads of seals, loads of new piping and hosing, a new fuel tap on the tank, and that was that. It's a bumpy ride. Just going to go and test out over here. We then did a lot of wiring. I did a lot of wiring to get the electronics working. All the wiring was a mess. Someone had bodged the front lights before, so a lot of completely made the new harnesses at the front, rewired the lights, the indicators, the fuse box. That was all a mess. And the dash, so we wired in a custom dash, nice LCD thing, nice and streamlined, and it's great now, it's really good. Right, where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Right, could go over here. We then did chain and sprocket as well, because it was all rusty and a bit of a mess. Brakes, we changed the brake hoses. The old ones were kind of unsightly, really, to be honest, and I had a spare set of braided HEL lines sitting from the blade in there, so it's all good. I can't think of what else we did. New grips. Oh, and we did all the mechanical stuff, so obviously oil filter change. We checked the valve clearances, they were all good. And we didn't go any further than that with the engine because, well, there was no need. And I think that was us, really. We did a bit of welding. Obviously we had to weld the rear frame on back together with the new stuff. And that's it. So grand total, not including time, I think we have spent around so we spent £300 on the bike, and I think we spent about $350 on parts. So yeah, I mean, it's cost us a bit, but she's running. That was a new battery as well. That's what it was. She's running now. She's MOT'd. She's road taxed. She's fully legal. And I've got to say, it's good fun. Look at this. it's just getting better and better. You can't see my smile under here, but I'm really enjoying this. This is the first proper ride I've had on it. We fitted these wee bar-end mirrors, but they're absolutely gash. They do nothing. Oh, we did some cosmetics as well. We painted the crankcase sides, the clutch cover. Oh yeah, and the alternator cover, we painted that as well. And yeah, it's just all in all the best £600 of fun I think you could have. And she handles amazing, I've got to say. It's so nimble. Like I've got a Fireblade, I've got a Street Triple. This ride's somewhere like in between, I would say. It's obviously not as nimble as a Street Triple is, but it's definitely more manoeuvrable than a Fireblade. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, so she's still got some fueling issues to sort out, but all in all she's rideable, and she gets up to 60, 70, I'm pretty sure you could. I've got to say, the brakes are actually not bad, they're getting better. Okay, there's definitely a certain airflow point where it just doesn't get enough air into the carbs. Yeah. But we'll try doing a size up on the kind of carb up design. Okay, that's good fun. So yeah, what else is it to say about her? She's a 1991 H-Reg? I can't remember the reg. 1991, she's not a classic yet, unfortunately. She's still only, 30... What was it? 1991... Yeah, 33 years old. 1920... 1, 2, 2, yeah, 2, 2, 4. Yeah, 1981 bike. The actual mileage on her, we don't actually know, but the biggest MOT we found was about 40,000 miles. So this engine probably has 40k in her, but it's bulletproof. Oil cooled, there's no water in there, no head gaskets to go, like no cooling fans, no electrics. It's just naturally aspirated engine with a old-fashioned carb in her. And yeah, I'd say the carb has been the trickiest bit to get right on this. All down to the fact that she didn't come with an airbox, so she didn't have the original airbox, so we had to, we were given the pod filters, so we fitted them, and if you run the pod filters, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun. If you run the pod filters fully open, no restriction, she runs good at the top end, like getting all that air in, brilliant. But idle is lumpy, low down RPM is bad as well. It's just not fueling right, obviously, that. So if we had the expertise, we could fully rejet her, but we don't. So the easy option, I've got a 3D printer and I design things, so I'm just designing some restrictors for the pods, and all that does is just limits the airflow that can go through. And it seems to be helping, just enough these are what they call constant velocity carbs as well. So the way they work, basically they don't like turbulent air going into them. Pod filters are bad for that. They're right next to the intake for the carb. It's just drawn in air from all directions. It'll be turbulent. So what I've done is I've designed a little pod insert. Here we go. And and the pod insert has an expansion chamber on it, basically. So if you've heard of Venturis, it's like that. It's basically it lets the air expand. It lets it expand smoothly, and then it goes smooth into the carb instead of turbulent and all wishy-washy. So anyhow, a lesson in fluid dynamics another day. I'm just going to have fun riding this little beast.